Brought to you by Scalzo, Zogby, and Wittig, Raymore and Flanagan, and Martin, Harding, and Mazzotti.
Coming up aboard the Express, the Comets start a 5-game homestand as they take on the Bridgeport Sound Tigers at the Aud.
Plus, New Hartford and Notre Dame tussle in boys hoops for an important league contest.
But first, time for tonight's big game. A TVL Colonial matchup in boys basketball leads the way as RFA, the Black Knights. They host the Proctor Raiders. The league standings are tight right now with the Knights in first place, but just one game behind them are the Raiders.
This is actually the second time in the last week these two teams have met. RFA pulled out a 72-63 win on Saturday.
Early in the first quarter, tied at 4, Cameron Williams drives, draws in the defense. Then Jeremiah Bartholomew gets it and knocks it down from beyond the arc. RFA up 3.
Right back down the other way, Cameron Johnson with the bounce pass to Trent Adamson. He throws down the two-handed slam, makes it look easy. It's a 1-point game.
Yeah, now in Saturday's win over Proctor, Damian Call finished with 22 points. Picking up where he left off, Bartholomew to Call. Double teamed, doesn't matter. Count it, plus the whistle. 3-point play puts RFA on top, 15-11.
Raiders looking for an answer, and they get it from Tayshawn Cooper. Stutter step around his defenders. The layup is good and one. Proctor trails by 6.
Second stanza, Call gets the offensive rebound. Then the quick pass to Williams in the corner. Triple, swish, swish. For the second time in less than a week, RFA defeats Proctor. This time on their home court, 80-66 is the final. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sports Express. Spencer Davidson here with a slightly under the weather Alicia D'Addario.
Yeah, I have no voice, but I'm feeling okay.
She's trying.
I feel better than I sound.
Yeah, okay, well, that's all that matters. So it's always fun when those two teams meet up, though.
Yeah, with the win, RFA remains atop of the TVL Colonial standings. Now, staying in this division, we had another all-local matchup, also in boys hoops.
Yeah, the New Hartford Spartans tipped off against Notre Dame. Under a minute to go in the opening quarter, Colin Azowski launches it down the court to William Locke. His shot, no good, but Kyler Wheat cleans it up. Spartans trail 18-15.
Seconds later, Trajan Garrett with a look in the corner. The rebound falls right into the hands of Dumo Lual. He puts it back up and in for 2.
Second quarter, New Hartford now with the lead. Devin Snyder gets his own rebound and scores the second time around with the layup. Spartans on top by 4.
Later in the frame, Derek Lindsay with the incredible save. Ball finds its way to Jalen Warmack on the wing. And he knocks it down. The Spartans put up a fight, make it close, but Notre Dame comes away with a 75-68 victory.
Over in Holland Patent, the Golden Knights taking on West Canada Valley. Not a league game, but still a fun matchup nonetheless.
Shout out to those kids. Indians up 35-28, second half. DJ Harder inbounds it, but right to Jaden Beam, wrong team. He gets it ahead to Jake Smith for the easy bucket. West Canada leads by 9.
Call the Golden Knights the comeback kids, though. Time winding down in the third. Harder calling out a play. Great vision. Lobs it to a cutting Josh Ernst, who banks it home. It's a 3-point game.
Very nice. After HP takes the lead in the final frame, West Canada trying to stay in it. Nath Rath attempts the 3 from way downtown. Casey Dibble with the offensive board puts it in the reverse layup. 53-52 Knights.
Tight game down the stretch, but Holland Patent would prevail. Max Thoman ices it with a 3. Boom. Golden Knights hang on to win it, 60-54. In New York, Mills. We head to Beekman Gym. The Marauders play host to the Old Forge Eskimos. Two teams separated by just one game in the standings.
First quarter, Mills jumps out to an early lead. Old Forge looking to counter. Sasha Filto's pass is blocked. He gets it back, goes to Shane Holzer, who puts it up and in, gets it to go, plus the foul, 15-6 Marauders.
1 minute to go in the first. Mills pushing the pace. Alex Matrossi inside to Derek Bauer, who spins and banks it in. It's a 13-point Marauder lead.
Right back down the other way. Old Forge responds off the miss. Holzer with the strong board. He gets fouled again, but still cashes in. The senior unfazed by contact. Get 23 for the Eskimos tonight.
Under 30 seconds to play. Quick ball movement by the Marauders. Logan Copperweed top of the key. He drives the lane, runs into a sea of maroon, puts it up left-handed off the high glass, and it rattles in. 22-9 the margin.
In the second, Mills continues its quick play. Bauer with the defensive rebound stretches it ahead to Matrossi on the break. That's good, and 1. The Marauders get 30 from Copperweed, 14 from Matrossi. They cruise to a 74-56 win.
All right, how about this? Wild game in Whitesboro. Warriors beat Auburn at home 90-84 in double overtime. That's impressive in and of itself, right? But In the game, senior Tommy Morial reached the 1,000 career points mark. On top of that, he also set a single game school record with 47 points. No big deal, right? What a night in Whitesboro for Tommy Morial and company. Congratulations to him on the accomplishment.
Yeah, something that he'll never forget. I mean,
For sure.
on top of that win, too. So it all kind of came together for them.
3 good things. There's the horn somewhere. That ends the first period here on Sports Express. Just getting warmed up, though.
Coming up next, we introduce you to our latest athlete of the week who accomplished something only a handful of people in Section 3 have been able to do. But first, let's check out other scores from around the area in our Sports Express Scoremaster.
If you want to join the conversation on Twitter, use hashtag SportsEx. This is Sports Express Athlete of the Week, brought to you by Scalzo, Zogby and Wittig, Raymore and Flanagan, and Martin, Harding and Mazzotti.
Welcome back to Sports Express. It's time now to unveil our latest athlete of the week.
Yeah, this superstar set a Section 3 record in shutouts as a goalie for her soccer team in the fall. Now she's racking up milestones on the hardwood. Allison Moreau of the Sequoia Valley girls basketball team surpassed the 2,000 career points mark last week, becoming just the 10th girl in Section 3 to accomplish that feat. Sequoia's all-time leading scorer followed that up with a 41-point performance on Monday and a 25-point night yesterday. She averages 28 points per game, is currently atop of Section 3 in points scored, and in second behind only New Hartford's Kaya Henderson in points per game this year. Her skill and athleticism is surpassed only by her will to win. Still, when she stops to think about it, she said her latest milestone is pretty cool.
Yeah, it feels great. Like all the work that I put in the past 5 years, it's finally paying off. And I've had tremendous support from my teammates and coaches along the way. I was just excited. I mean, like everyone was cheering, and I got to hit it at home. My 1,000 I got to hit in Cooperstown, so there weren't that many people, so it was a lot different. It was huge. Like all the support from the town, like everyone was there, it was packed, and everyone had signs. Like it felt great. I just try to get the job done. Do whatever I can to win, contribute as much as I can, get rebounds, assists. Scoring is just a little part of the game. Defense is a big thing for me.
She's an incredible player. She has been ever since we brought her up in 8th grade. Not just the scoring. I mean, scoring is one thing, everybody wants to score, but she does everything else. Her knowledge of the game is incredible. Lucky to have her on the team. I mean, she's leading us in scoring, as you know, but she's also leading us in assists, steals, rebounds. She's doing everything she has to do to win. It's almost cliche, it's like one of your kids. Watching them grow up, watching them grow into an adult. And that's what she's turned into. She's turned into a great young woman from an 8th grader to a senior now. That she stepped into a leadership role early. As a sophomore, she was one of our captains, and she's been a captain ever since, but she's been a leader ever since 8th grade.
If you know of a high school athlete who deserves to be our Athlete of the Week, here's our contact info. Call, email, hit us up on Twitter or Facebook. This year we want everyone to join the party. Coach, AD, parent, teammate, friend, whatever. Just send us who you would like to be nominated and why. Give us some stats and a story, and we'll give you a shot. All featured athletes will receive a plaque courtesy of CNY Awards and Apparel.
Very nice. That brings us to intermission number 2 tonight on Sports Express. You're going to want to stick around, though.
Yes, after the break, the Comets returned home to the cozy confines of the Odd as they took on the Bridgeport Sound Tigers.
For final scores and video highlights from this is Sports Express. Brought to you by Scalzo, Zogby and Wittig, Raymore and Flanagan, and Martin, Harding and Mazzotti.
Welcome back aboard the Express. The Comets returned home tonight from a 3-game road trip where they took 2 of 3, most recently falling to the Toronto Marlies, though, on Wednesday.
Tonight, the Comets began a 5-game homestand as they took on the Bridgeport Sound Tigers.
To the Adirondack Bank Center, Tom Pyatt making his odd debut. He was acquired by the Canucks from the Ottawa Senators in the deal that sent Anders Nilsson and Darren Archibald the other way.
First period, right off the face-off, Bridgeport generating offense. Chris Casto on the near wall just throws it on net, and that fools Ivan Kulbakov. Second shot off of the game. 50 seconds in, Sound Tigers are on the board.
Comets begin the second shorthanded. Jeremy Smith goes to play the puck. Has a little trouble. Wasey Hamilton right there with the pressure to put it home. That's unfortunate. A goal's a goal. Wasey's first of the year ties it at 1.
More than midway through the middle stanza, power play for Bridgeport. Mitchell Van de Sample from the point, tipped in front by Tanner Fritz, and in. Sound Tigers regain the lead 2-1.
Comets with 5 penalties in the period. Luckily, they were more than up to the task. Brendan Gauntz all over Josh Hosang, takes it away, feeds across the crease, right onto the tape of Pyatt, who taps it home for his first as a Comet. Another shorty for Utica. Comets took the lead in the third thanks to Zach McEwen, but Bridgeport tied it and sent it into overtime where Parker Wotherspoon scored to lift the Sound Tigers to a 4-3 win. Almost. On the road tonight, Utica City FC with a huge win over the Mississauga Metro Stars. Get this, the Stars scored with 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter to take a 4-3 lead. Things look bleak, but with 39 seconds remaining, Slavica Ubi Peripovic scored to tie it, and then with 13 seconds left, Joey Tavernisi put one home to give Utica the lead. And that's how they pulled out the last-minute come-from-behind victory to improve to 6-2 on the year. They're back here at the Aud on Sunday against the Harrisburg Heat.
That team is something else.
Something else. Resilient.
Very impressive.
Love it.
All right, coming up tomorrow after a big 4-0 win over Casanova RFA in boys hockey, back in action tomorrow as they host Geneseo at Kennedy Arena at 1. Then it's part of, as you mentioned, 5-game homestand. The Comets back in action. They're taking on the Crunch at the Aud. Puck drop for that game is at 7. And the Syracuse Orange look to improve their conference record to 3-0 tomorrow evening as they welcome Georgia Tech to the Carrier Dome. Game time for that one is set for 6 o'clock.
And Syracuse starting to heat up a little bit.
Yes, I mean, much needed once they entered ACC play because how they played at non-conference was not going to fly.
Yeah, that Old Dominion loss still worries me down the line. They really need to have the strong ACC play.
Yeah, we need a win against like the Dukes and North Carolinas, and I mean we got time for that, but it's a good start.
Right. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We got Georgia Tech still. But all right, that's it for us. We're going to see you back here next Friday night, hopefully, for another edition of Sports Express.